Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. And if you like to be called they, their, them, I'm going to keep it like that. I am a faith-based initiative person. My name is Derwin Romani. I am a faith-based initiative coach and life coach and training to be a success coach. What I want to bring to you today is something about the behavior health field. This is a very different field that most people don't look at it in this aspect. So I'm gonna go down to a few talking points. Behavior health wellness is something very unique and different than just regular health, fitness health. It's so unique that people usually look at it and say, oh, well, I don't really see the connection with behavior and wealth, but we're gonna go down a few of the dimensions. And when I like to bring my presentation, I'm not gonna play the patty cake, baker's man, where I'm not gonna give you the kiss of her solutions. I'm not gonna, because I wanna talk to people who get left out. In America, there's so many people that get left out. People wanna talk over your head. They wanna keep you in a box and teach you something in a conventional way. I'm gonna stick by the rules of the program that they taught me to teach, but I'm gonna connect with common American folks that have been through what I have been through so that I can make the connection. With that, here are the 8 dimensions of wellness. You heard me say it, and I'm gonna say it again. We're not gonna placate. It's not gonna be soft. It's not gonna be the fake plastic smile, and I'm gonna shake your hand and say, hey, everything's gonna be all nice and good. This is patty cake baker's man. It's gonna be all right. No, we have to get into these and figure them out and really struggle with them and figure out how they go. Now here's how they go. Everybody's not going to be totally on the same page with these, but they say long as you have some semblance of balance in these have a lot to do with your wellness. Here's some other things that I'd like to add to. My vision is personal, is to have a real transformation with people like you and I. A real transformation program that has continuity to it. Let's go over some of these. Emotion is one of the main things that we was actually talking about that earlier today. We always connect wellness with our emotional well-being, B-U-T. If your emotional well-being is not connected to your spiritual well-being and your higher power, and it's not connected with you doing some studying and growing, because they say if you stand stagnated, you're not growing. So you have to have an intellectual growth, right? The next one would be I'll just jump down to occupation. If you're not stable in something else and you're not comfortable in the occupation, y'all heard me tell the story once before. I used to work for Amazon, and I was making good wage, but I was just chunking boxes. It wasn't what I was wanting to do. I'm a mentor. I'm a public speaker. I work with programs. My occupation was paying me good and I had good benefits, but it was crushing me. It was crushing my spirit. It was crushing who I am. You have to come back and then you deal with your finances, your environment, your physical, and your intellect. Now I want to put all that together before I proceed, but I wanted to say this. I really want to make sure this got into there. I want to get 2 main focuses of people that have been through the cracks like us. These are selling points. The 2 main focuses I want to get to is that we have to get out of the antiquated and the decadent form of thinking. The antiquated and decadent form of way programs usually work. When I do anger management, I'm off the chain. If I do stress management, I'm off the chain. I'm engaging. I'm not going dealing with you. I'm not. We're going to get it. We're going to keep it. You know, sometimes people use foul language. I'm not into promoting that, but I'm going to say, it's okay. Everybody say they love Brene Brown. Brene Brown dropped some bombs. And she's dynamic. And she keeps it real, right? That's what we want. You want to be intriguing also and entertaining while we're branding ourselves. No one wants a dull person teaching a dull, constipated class. That's one of my sins. I call it, why did I have to sit up in that constipated class? What did I learn? I'm just so tight. You see, it's just not so right. You see what I'm saying? So who wants that, right? We want to be entertaining and we want it to uplift people. And I'm serious about that. And it's catching on in our country. It is the groove and it is the line in our country. Our country is moving forward, so don't get left behind. Don't care if other people don't just like it. I'm going to move on. Now, I want to tie these two situations together because I took the class. So when I say this, I don't say this in a bragatory way. I say this in a factual way. Every nonprofit, if you use these techniques in this organization, in this manner that I'm going to bring them to people, you will see that they are successful with common people. You're going to be told, you can't be successful that way. Hey man, everybody that's listening to me today have been to one of these. This is the ACE study score. If you're not familiar with it, I'm going to read it for you real quick. The ACE stands for Adverse Childhood Events. Let's see how many of these fit you in the audience. This is a study to see where you fit in your behavior wellness. Here we go. Verbal abuse, that's me. Physical violence, sexual violence, physical neglect, emotional neglect, divorce, death, loss of a family member. Number 7, incarceration of a parent or household member. Number 7. Number 8, substance abuse by a parent or a household member. Number 9, mental illness in a parent or household member. Domestic violence in the home is number 10. They say if you have had one of the 4 out of the 10, you are more susceptible to this right here. You get ugly. People who have an ACE score of 4 or higher are 242% more likely to smoke, 222% more likely to be obese, 298% more likely to have an STD disease, 443% more likely to become addicted to illegal drugs, 555% more likely to develop alcoholism, 1,200% more likely to commit suicide. How do we change that? Well, the revolutionaries are in the room. The revolutionaries are here. When we first started this class, we started a walk together, and a lady that sit right next door to me, she made a prophetic statement. She said, we are the ones to change. I've been on this road for about 4 years, and I know that we are the ones to change, because I go to the constipated meetings. I'm in them all the time, and when I get up and we do our meeting, they let me run a meeting, I fill up the building. We fill up the building. People listen to me. I connect with people. I connect with adolescents. I connect with people that have been through it and done through it because I can talk the same language. I don't have to change the curriculum, but I talk the same language that you talk and I talk. Every one of us in here can do this. This is going to be the transformation in the future of having behavior wellness. If you get yourself together physically, you're doing what you're trying to do, what you want to do, and what you need to do, it's going to keep you on course. I'm going to conclude with this right here. Now, these are my quotes. Mere belief accounts for nothing unless carried into practice. As a facilitator of several cognitive behavior groups, I am a staunch component of being engaged. You can say you believe in whatever. You can go through all the rituals. You can say your prayers and have no connect with it, whatever your higher power is. Mere belief accounts to nothing unless you carry it into practice, unless you start being active with it. Don't mistake activity for achievement. Busyness does not equal productiveness. I have a problem with programs. That's why I'm branding myself. I have a problem with programs that keep you busy all the time, but as soon as you get out of that program, you wonder why you go back to the same bad behavior. You wonder why you have an emptiness. You wonder why you go to church or to the mosque or to the synagogue and you go to the rituals and you come out. Or they put you in a program and the program keeps you busy, 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 busy. But when you get through with the program, it's ineffective. If you take these techniques and we become the messengers of this type of behavior wellness, we can revolutionize and change the whole way the world looks at things. We will not have the antiquated and the decadent and the constipated motion. We can take this in and it'll be live because our action will breathe and people will gravitate to you. Take that from one who has life experience doing that for a long time. My end slide was the owl. The reason I put the owl, because the owl always gets underestimated. He's underestimated. People always talk about the eagle, and they praise the eagle as the majestic bird. But do you know a bighorn owl will beat the brakes off of an eagle? And also, dude can spin his head around, and he's got night vision. So if you pick on this dude, this little humble dude with the big eyes, he can turn it. He can see you at night. So don't start nothing. So that's how it is in our evolution of our life. We want to be the ones that they forgot about. You're that owl. You're that owl. You're that owl. She's that owl. I'm that owl. Don't pick on us. We're great. Thank you.